Jeff Schreiman off of 4 of a kind. Not going to happen.
To 37 total.
This is like the Tower of Babel about to spill
Marty,
over.
do you want to come and clarify this, love?
Now, Jeff Schreiman should maintain his composure and just flat call here, obviously.
14. Then he said raise again. It said with 30. Now, are you going to take 37, or does he have to make it 40?
Schreiman, as we get a close look at him, obviously trying to contain his excitement.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bit of a question here about exactly how much the raise is.
How
But
much
as
do you
soon
have
as
after that?
the tournament director has sorted it out, Schreiman will make a decision. And he might think that Luke Patton is too wired in here to fold anything. Little does he know that Patton has no hand at all. Although he'll know the best Patton can have is 2 pair.
Yeah, okay, you have to put the 37
Or maybe a
in,
straight even.
and it's 30,000 on top.
That's okay.
Okay.
And Patton's chips melting away in this hand like chocolate on a summer day.
This is ugly.
Yeah, if you wish to stay in.
Schreiman's still talking about it. I imagine his best play, if he knew what was out there, would be to call and try and get
60,
Luke to go all in on the river.
That's exactly right, Jesse May.
65.
And he is
67.
really pulling out the acting job here.
Cool.
Wow, he's playing it.
He does exactly that, flat calls as we go to the river.
Does Luke realize how much trouble he's in?
He's got to at this point.
This
Nothing
pot-
can come to help him.
100,000 even now.
25,000.
Luke is just trying to work out how bad this is. It's really bad. It is really, really, really bad. That is half his chips done in disgust. And someone who worked so hard, Kenna, to get back in this match.
Right. And he had all those big hands. He only picked up small pots and now bluffs more than that off here in one hand.
You can understand what he was thinking, but sometimes you can play a fine line where they're either a genius or a goat. Jeff Schreiman, looking like the cousin, the long-lost cousin of Huckleberry Seed. And the way he played those 4 aces reminds me of Johnny Chan against Eric Seidel. Check, check, check.
Right? Check, 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 check. You know, kind of like that scene out of Rounders. Very exciting. You know, it is a 2-horse race right now between Schreiman and Lawrence Bonet, who's got almost $250,000 of the $600,000 in play.
Luke Patton, is he ready to blow his top? Does he have gas left in the gun? What's he going to do?
That is the question. What are Patton and Plant going to do? The 2 Ps. Who knows, but it looks like they're holding on for dear life.
Watch the 2 Ps now. Poker. 5 and 10,000 blinds getting bigger. And first action will be on Jeff Schreiman. 15,000 now before the cards are dealt. This is make or break level, isn't it?
Well, it's certainly going to turn the heat up on the short stack. One of those is Luke Patton, but he's been picking up some hands at some opportune times. Here he finds ace-queen action over to Lawrence Bonet in the small blind.
Call.
Well, Bonet has announced call, and you know, this is kind of a loose call for the way he's been MOing so far, Kenna, but he's got the chips to do it, doesn't he?
Well, what do you think, Jesse May? You call in that spot with that particular hand?
Well,
no fair if you look at the flop first, as Jesse May did. 10-5-5, Bonet with top pair.
I mean, Lawrence doesn't have the flashiest game in the world, but he has not given up the chip lead since he's got it. And, you know, I guess he feels like he's going to get paid if he makes his hand. And only Luke Patton will tell us the answer to that.
50.
Well, you know, another interesting fact, I'd like to see our stats one more time of how many hands Bonet has lost. I don't think it's been very many.
34. And I'm miles behind.
Miles behind, says Luke Patton.
Wow, he seems to know what the story is. He's right here. Ace-Queen beats a lot of holdings right now, Kenna, but not the one that Bonet has.
That's right. He knows he's losing to any pair If Bonet was holding a pair before the flop, ace-king. He's very frustrated. You can see, you know, he's had the hands tonight to make something happen, but it just hasn't gone his way.
I mean, the fact is, looking at those percentages we just saw, is that Patton actually priced in. He's getting more than 3-1 on the pot, and he is only a 3-1 dog here to catch one of his cards, so he might have felt like it was mandatory.
Yes, but you want to call with reason, out of reason, not out of frustration. And that's exactly what happened with Patton. As we go to the turn, he's going to need an ace or a queen, or he will be on his way home, or 2 cards to a running straight.
Yeah, he's put on his overcoat and buttoned his galoshes, and unless it comes, bullet or lady, Patton is done, done, done.
Yep. Should he stay or should he go? The river says...
Close, but no cigar. The general has been fired out of this one. And Luke, long walk to 4th.
I enjoyed it a lot. I picked up quite a few good hands, but not really at the right time. When I went out, I knew he had a pair, but I slightly fell in love with my hand and I didn't have very much more to play with, so I just thought I'd go for try and outdraw him.
Down to 3 players now, we've lost internet qualifier Luke Patton. Laurence Bonet looking comfortable with a big stack, but this is poker and you can never count your chickens. We're back after the break.
No one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com.
It's real pressure as we're down to 3 players in this PartyPoker.com World Open Heat. Every decision matters now, and one bad call and you'll lose everything. These guys are going to have to change gears and take their chances to win this. Luck, skill and nerve put to the test. Let's get back to the action.
I was saying nice things about you as well, I think. Okay, I'm all in.
All in?
39 total.
Howard's moved in.
You.
39 totals.
And you know what? I like this, Kenna. He has convinced these guys that he's only willing to move with big hands, but the 9-3 suited, taking the money there,
I've seen in about 20 minutes.
it was reverse disgust.
Well, did he move in dark? Did he? I never saw him actually look at his cards.
Oh,
He very well got all the chips. That's why I'm a danger.
I think he must have, because he hasn't shown...
talking in my ear.
He's a wily coyote, as Howard planned. 54,000, and he can't buy a hole in the head.
No, he doesn't feel like he has much hope, but you can see the fortunes can turn very quickly in No Limit Hold'em. 2 double ups, and he would vault himself into 2nd place. So don't give up on the plan.
Between that, Bonet and Schriebman have been picture perfect.
I don't think I've seen it.
And there's one thing about Schriebman and Bonet, Kenna, is that they've both found a way to increase their stack without really jeopardizing doubling up Howard Plant, which is the one thing they don't want to do.
Right.
They've whittled him, haven't they?
You don't want to jeopardize a large portion of your stack while increasing it, if at all possible. And they've accomplished that feat, and now Plant in a very bad position here. Schriebman, should he elect to call, will have him nutted.
Yeah, I mean, he'd be very unlucky to find out that he's dominated here. He'd want to think his cards are live at least. But, fair, I wouldn't blame him for calling, but he's going to make up his own mind about what to do. It will be a bad call considering the cards out there. He could be playing stop and go.
He very well could, which means call the bet no matter what flops, move it in. Looks like he's still got 30,000 there, enough to make his opponent consider. He's flopped a gut shot straight. You're not going to get any better than that.
All in.
Quickly called by Schriebman. They both have a double. They both have a gutter.
Yeah, Schriebman was he was committed to this pot as well, no matter what. It looks like, Kenna, and the king high plenty good. Plant, I guess he's drawing dead to a 8 or 9 right now.
8 or 9.
It's not looking good at all.
And that's what Schriebman says, 8 or 9.
Queen's game.